Yes, good. I think we're live. We are live. Hi, Rythmia family. Happy, beautiful Saturday. It's good to be here. It's good to be here with you today on this Saturday and this toasty, warm Saturday. Ah, yes. Yes, you're here with me. Brilliant. I'm asking, I always ask for you to please type in your name in the comments section and let me know where you're at. And I'm praying this morning that it shows up and I see your comments because lately Facebook hasn't done that. So I'm trying to simultaneously watch my phone to see if I could um, see your comments. So when you jump on here, because I'm not seeing anything yet, let me know where you're at in the world. I'm going to try to find you so I could see who's with me today. All right. I'm begging Facebook to come back into normalcy so we see our comments again. Know wherever you're at in the world, I'm sending you blessings today. This is Kim Stanwood Terranova. I'm the facilitator for The Answers You at Rythmia and part of the Rythmia team. Love my Rythmia team, love my Rythmia life. And I'm grateful that all of you join us in this world of virtual Rythmia land. So thank you for being here. So hold on, I'm going to check and see if I could see anyone saying anything yet. Let me see. No post yet. All right. If you tell me where you're at, maybe it'll show up. So today, I want to talk about a really important subject, which is forgiveness. I had the blessing this week of being with my clients, which I'm every week, but this week there was a theme. Sometimes there's themes that come up and we get to watch them. Often there's themes that come up. And this week, the theme that was really present was I was observing numerous clients that were experiencing guilt, shame, upset, regret of things in the past that they'd done or didn't do and were still holding on to. So we had the opportunity to dive really deep in what does forgiveness look like? And what is the depth of it that is so important for us to look at in our lives? Because as we're living as this miraculous life, and we are the miracle, we must have the willingness to look at anything that constricts our miraculous lives from being fully expressed. And lack of forgiveness can definitely constrict us. Anywhere that we have not forgiven ourselves or someone else, we are creating a constriction in our physical body, emotional body, and that constriction creates blocks. We go to Rythmia and other places to assist us to release those blocks. So today, let's look at what would be possible if we were willing to release the blocks that have been in the way that have anything to do with lack of forgiveness. Now, first, I want you to look at the place of forgiveness in itself is an act of self-love. It's a major act of self-love. When we can be forgiving to ourselves, we are loving ourselves through something instead of judging ourselves through it. So back to my clients this week. There's a subtlety in one that she was looking back on her life and saying, in this certain point in my life, if only I would have done it differently. If only I would have handled that relationship differently, it would have had a different outcome. And what we brought it all back to was that could be true. It probably would have been a different outcome. Yet, could she have done it differently if she didn't have the life's journey that she has now? She didn't know then. So often we hold ourselves in a judgment of, I could have done better, I should have done better. All of you know how I feel about the word should. Just kick it straight out the door. Not feeling any value in this moment to holding that word because judgment tends to be attached to it. I could have, maybe I could have done better. I look back at areas in my life and think, oh, if only I would have known. And that's the key. If only we would have known. If we are going to carry resentment, shame, guilt, anything with us that we didn't do it right, then what we're doing is constricting that connection to spirit, to source, to assist us to know what we know now, so that the choices we make now are honorable to living the miracle. But any place of blockage is a constriction that is not going to let space for the miracle to land. So we are constantly always cleaning out those places of, where am I blocked, that source cannot come straight through, because I've created this own inner block within me that is not allowing it. It's not, and let me use a different word, whether or not it's not open to it, because I'm holding resentment, guilt, shame, who knows what. I want to invite you today to see those areas, those little pockets of your life that either you're holding upset, resentment on someone else or on yourself. And what today could you agree to today to let go of? A smidgen, even a smidgen of, what could I let go of today that would create more space and be more forgiving to myself as an act of self-love? Okay? I'm going to read something to you from A Year of Miracles by Marianne Williamson, specifically about this. So this is what she says. True forgiveness is not a lack of discernment or the product of fuzzy thinking. It is a selective remembering. We choose to remember the love we experienced and to let go of the rest as the illusion that it really was. This doesn't make us more vulnerable to manipulation or exploitation. In fact, it makes us less so. For the mind that forgives is a mind that is closer to its true nature. Ooh, I want us to catch that. The mind that forgives is a mind that is closest to its true nature. The fact that I forgive you doesn't mean you won. Doesn't mean you got away with something. It simply means I'm free to go back to the light, to reclaim my inner peace and stay there. I'm free to go back to the light and claim my inner peace and stay there. I want to be free to live a life of true freedom, to really be living in the path of unlimited freedom, connection to source. To have that peace, we must have the path and the willingness to forgive and let go. To let go of something that we thought we couldn't let go of, that was too intense, that was too painful, and we had to hold a place of, no, I've got to hold you as wrong because you hurt me, and that's going to help me feel better. It only does for so long. Before sooner or later, it starts to hurt more than feel better. So it's this space of massive expansion to know I'm willing to forgive. Willing to forgive. I'm not saying it was right. If it was somebody else that did something, we're not saying it's right or that they were okay in what went down. That is never what true forgiveness is about. There's a great teacher, if you could ever read one of her books, Edwene Gaines. She talks all about forgiveness, and she really believes and teaches that forgiveness is the path to unlimited wealth and abundance. She has a whole book on to live in financial abundance. Two of the key components are you must forgive. She has two different pathways of deep, deep forgiveness of others and of self, to allow freedom to experience true abundance. She actually says, and the quote is something like this, that if each and every one of us was working on our own path of forgiveness, that the entire world would be vibrating, this is my words, but she says it close to this, would be vibrating on a different field of awakening. If each and every one of us across this globe were doing our part to work on forgiveness, to practice forgiveness, that everything would be vibrating at a different level of awakening, which I absolutely agree with. And we must start here, first and foremost. When we are allowing ourselves to forgive ourselves, back to that channel, and we keep the channel open to receive, look at it this way. As she says, unlimited abundance comes from forgiveness. You've heard me talk before about we create this landing pad outside of us to receive all the good we want, whether it's relationship, whether it's love, whether it's miraculous of perfect health and wholeness, whatever it is. But our landing pad must be ready to receive. If we're living in a world of I'm so mad, I'm holding this against, that person did this to me, that job did this to me, and holding that space, we're not creating a receptivity field for more good to land. We're actually repelling it and we don't even know it. So our ability to keep coming back and looking at ourselves like, whew, where do I get to forgive today? Myself or another? I'm so wishing I could see your comments and what you're saying so I know that you're with me here. And I can't see it on my phone either. Otherwise, I would be like addressing you specifically, peeps. So wherever you are, leave them and I will check later and have a conversation with you because I'm not catching what you're saying. But imagine if that level, that depth of forgiveness was so much so that when it came to ourselves and we could observe something that we thought we did or didn't do and keep coming back to ourselves. And this is a key question to ask yourself. In that moment that I made that decision that I'm holding resentment, upset about myself, did I know better or did I intentionally try to harm someone? Because often, super often, what we're holding ourselves in this place of judgment about, at the time that we did whatever we didn't do something intentionally to cause harm. It usually is from a space of we didn't know more then. We know more now. We're going to know more in 6 months. Pray to God, we're going to know more in another year. And we're going to be more. That path of being more and knowing more is consistently available in a higher vibration when we are constantly cleaning house, cleaning house, cleaning house, cleaning house. We get to clean our side of the street at all times. And part of cleaning our side of the street, part of our inner self-care is there anyone, including myself, that needs to be forgiven today? Reverend Michael will say it this way. He'll say it this way. Sorry, I crack up when Siri does this, right? I'm in the middle of talking and she thinks I'm talking to her. Is that Reverend Michael will say, if it's not safe for anyone in your heart, if there's a place that it's not safe for that being to be in your heart, that's our place to do our healing work. That if we know that anyone could walk through the chambers of our heart, the hallways of our heart, and truly feel free, including ourselves, then we've done our forgiveness work. If not, that's where we begin. Okay? So I want to leave you today with this exercise that Reverend Michael gives us. I've discussed it with some of you when we're in class, Rythmia. And if I haven't, you're going to hear it now. This is a beautiful exercise to practice on the path of forgiveness and really keeping our side of the street clean and allowing ourselves the freedom to stay connected to Source. So, Spiritual Liberation is in the store at Rythmia, or get it at Agape. And he says this on page 17. This is a meditation exercise to take into your practice for forgiveness. He says, sit in a position of power, sitting down in your meditation, quiet time moment. Sit in a position where your spine is straight and your shoulders are back. Without dropping your shoulders, he says, relax the front of your body. This is really important. Consciously opening and softening around your heart area. Gently bring before your mind's eye the image of an individual you wish to forgive, whether it's yourself or someone else. Mentally broadcast a message of forgiveness to them. So we gently bring them in front of our mind's eye in our meditation, gently, and then we begin to broadcast a message of forgiveness to them. Could be something such as, I forgive you and I set you free. Your actions no longer have power over me. I acknowledge that you are doing the best you can, and I honor you in your process of unfoldment. You are free, and I am free. All is well between us, and peace is the order of the day. Now imagine if we're sitting down, seeing someone before us in our mind's eye, and saying some version of that. I see you. I know you. I forgive you and release anything that went down that I am now choosing to not carry so that I am free and you are free. That is powerful. And when we do that, we just create space that opens up for more good to land because we're cleaning our inner consciousness. Now, one thing that I have to point to that's super important is forgiveness is like when we peel an onion. We may do a little forgiveness work today, and a month from now, a couple months from now, something may happen and trigger us that we go, oof, and the anger comes up again. And I've had clients say to me, Kim, I thought I forgave this person. How come I'm still dealing with this? It's just a process. Forgiveness is like we peel off one layer and we do good and do the work, do well, excuse my verbiage there. And then we grow a little more, do a little more forgiveness work, grow a little more, apply a little more. That it is a constant ongoing process of healing, so that we're always cleaning our inner house and our inner chambers so that our heart is a safe space for anyone to land. So I want to bless you on this day and know that let's just dive deep in this. Let's dive down the beautiful, or dive up the beautiful path of I choose to forgive myself today for anything I thought I did yesterday and start again today. Take a breath. I'm beginning again on this day to do the best I can, to show up fully, to keep my heart open, to forgive others on my path, to forgive myself for anything that I thought that was wrongdoing on my part, and to choose to stay so awake that in the next act of interaction with someone or interaction with myself, that I do not have any patterning that I need to later clean up, because I'm so authentic and present in this moment that I check myself before anything comes out of my mouth so that I know it is all of love. Let's try. Why not? All right? Okay, I bless you. I bless you all, my Rythmia peeps, my Rythmia family. I bless you like crazy wherever you are all over the world. I bless you with peace and freedom, full on freedom. I bless you with open hearts to forgive yourself and others and to absolutely receive the abundance that is yours. And I know I'll see you soon. So thank you for being with me today. Thank you for being with Rythmia always. And I bless all my Rythmia family, and I'm hugging everyone from here, right here. Have a beautiful, beautiful, magnificent day. I'm adoring you all. Bye. Signing off. It's Kim.